During the end of the last January 6th Select Committee hearing, Representative Liz Cheney had discussed some witness tampering during her closing statement, which kind of teased the possibility of a new witness coming forward. Now, here's what she said. After our last hearing, President Trump tried to call a witness in our investigation, a witness you have not yet seen in these hearings. That person declined to answer or respond to President Trump's call and instead alerted their lawyer to the call. Their lawyer alerted us, and this committee has supplied that information to the Department of Justice. Let me say one more time, she says, we will take any effort to influence witness testimony very seriously. Well, they should, but more importantly, the Department of Justice should, because witness tampering and witness intimidation is illegal. So now, when she said this, there was a lot of speculation about who this person is, where they were. Now we have more information about that. This is according to CNN. They hint that the person could be the next witness that will be shown during the next hearing that will happen in primetime. Here's that report. Former President Donald Trump had tried to call a member of the White House support staff who was talking to the House Select Committee investigating January 6th. Two sources familiar with the matter tell CNN. This is reporters Ryan Noble, Dana Bash, Annie Grayer, and Zachary Cohen that had reported on this. So, yeah, that staffer, that support staff, getting a call by Donald Trump. The support staffer, they continue by saying, was not someone who routinely communicated with the former president and was concerned about the contact. According to the sources, they then informed their attorney, who then talked, of course, to the committee. The call, and this is the interesting timing about this, the call was made after former Trump White House aide Cassidy Hutchinson had testified publicly to the committee. How that relates is that that same staffer was also in position to corroborate part of what Hutchinson had said under oath. What that is, we don't really know. I'm hoping we're supposed to find out very soon. Now, that said, going to Hutchinson, she had some very damning and I think credible testimony. If there's corroboration, so now what things could be corroborated? Well, first let me go into why she's credible. She's not a lefty, okay? So that's the thing. She's not a left-winger. She's a huge right-winger. She worked for Ted Cruz. She interned for him and worked for Mark Meadows. So this is not somebody that could dismiss as like an Obama holdover somehow, or, you know, somebody who's working for the left to try to bring down Trump. No, it's a very, very conservative person. And I think the January 6th committee has been very smart in doing that because they don't have to win over the left. They have to win over conservatives, members of the right wing who haven't fallen for the Trump Kool-Aid, basically. And so there are those people out there that are like, oh man, you know, all this evidence, that is pretty bad. Donald Trump did do something wrong. And now the majority of the country, of course, according to polling, wants to see more of this investigation, wants to see more of these hearings, are interested in what the hearings are saying, and also want to see Donald Trump prosecuted. So that's very important here. But again, her credible testimony that could be corroborated. So now, by the way, before her March 7 deposition, she had also received multiple messages from Trump allies saying that she should demonstrate her loyalty to Trump. So that, again, not directly by Trump, but Trump allies attempting to try to influence her testimony. Not good. Now, again, since it's not Trump specifically, it's harder to make the case of witness tampering. But if it's true that Trump actually did call this person directly to pressure them or to threaten them or intimidate them, that's really significant, especially since they were already talking to the committee. So now her testimony, finally getting to that, she had testified that Trump and Meadows were told individuals were carrying weapons on January 6th, including firearms, and that Trump had said, I don't care. I don't care if they're armed. Let them through anyway to the Capitol. They're not here to hurt me. Again, is she going to corroborate that? Or I'm sorry, is that person going to corroborate Miss Hutchinson's testimony? Maybe. Hutchinson also recalled the White House counsel Pat Scipione telling Meadows, Mark, we need to do something. They're literally calling for the vice president to be effing hung. And Mark had responded something to the effect of, you heard him, Pat. He thinks Mike deserves it. He doesn't think that they're doing anything wrong. So, again, Trump, we know that Trump knew that they were going to come for his vice president, didn't care at all. Yeah, go ahead and murder my vice president. He's not loyal anyway. Whatever. They're going to kill my VP. And if it happens, it happens. I don't really care. I'm with the rioters. I guess he should have been on my side. I guess he should have been more loyal. Not only that, she also said under oath that there were many requests for preemptive pardons. For example, Meadows, Giuliani, Matt Gaetz, Andy Biggs, Scott Perry, and Louis Gohmert had all requested presidential pardons, even though if you didn't do anything wrong, why would you need a preemptive pardon, right? Why would you need a presidential pardon? Oh, right. And so any of this getting corroborated under oath, especially the witness tampering, the witness intimidation, Garland has no excuse not to act. No excuse at all. Slam dunk. Now, of course, we're going to have to see who this person is and what they are going to say, if they're going to testify at all. If this is the mystery witness that can corroborate Hutchinson. We don't know yet. There are more hearings planned. In fact, there are more hearings planned in August now. That suggests to me that there is not just a drip, 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 but there's a torrent now of information and witnesses coming forward. And again, as we've seen, a lot of them have been in former members of the Trump administration themselves. And so I kind of made the mistake of thinking that everybody around Trump was as crazy as he was. Not necessarily. Apparently, the line was trying to end democracy, and they didn't want to cross it. That said, you also had a lot of those same people, who still put their power over a lot of other things, but still did not want to cross the line of ending democracy. It's a really, really low bar, but thankfully, there at least are some Republicans that refuse to go under that bar.